So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of next season. We are going to be staying with Manchester United and hope that we can do the business in the Champions League. You can see here, congratulations on fulfilling what was expected of you. And they are happy, the board, with our performance, and rightly so, and also happy with the way things went in the domestic cup. So we push into the next season. We're showing you guys what happened, what changes we made, what players we released. So first things first, Van Gaal has been named as the manager of the season. Player of the year was Soldado. Not sure why that happened. Really, Falcao could have been up there among other players. And goalie of the year was also David De Gea for Manchester United. Falcao, of course, winning the Golden Boot with 28 Premier League goals. So my first thing was to see how we would do with inquiring on Falcao. What kind of a price would they want? We also had a couple of players leaving. Fletcher and Anderson were departing. The Champions League, they want us to reach the knockout stages. That's fine. That shouldn't be a problem next season. They, of course, want us to win the league and the FA Cup. So we went into the contracts and players and we had a look who we were going to release or put on the transfer window. So we decided there was a couple of players. Hernandez, I was on the fence about. Should I let him go or should I just let him play this season? All depending on how much Falcao is going to cost and if we even manage to pick him up. Nani was another player, but being in the Champions League, I want a lot of players available because squad rotation is going to be key. So I put Johnny Evans on the transfer list along with Juan Mata and a couple of more, but they wanted 108 million for Falcao. Absolutely ridiculous. Was not going to go for that at all. Thought I'd give Gareth Bale a bash. See if Real Madrid was going to be up for it. And they came in and basically said that he isn't for sale. So that is not possible. No Bale. Just rejected a few players here. Wasn't going to sell Rafael. Wasn't going to sell De Gea. Chicharito still on the fence about, but decided we'll keep him possibly. Didn't want to sell him to Arsenal either way. Push forward a little bit. There's the Gareth Bale inquiry. They would inform us that he's not for sale no matter what happens. So not picking up Falcao, not picking up Bale. Went through the scouts, sort of had a look at some players. And Ross Barkley sort of caught my eye. You know, a youngster, 21 years of age. I know he's not going to be cheap. So I thought I'd go in there and inquire about him. But he's a good player. Could do very nicely in that middle of the park. I know we don't necessarily need more central midfielders. But like I said, Champions League football means we're going to need fresher players, fresher legs. And these two players also caught my eye. Vieto and Bifalma. Basically because they're cheap. Bifalma is ridiculously quick, could be useful, a versatile player, and Vieto is also pretty decent as well. So I inquired about them. Everton wanted 32 million for Ross Barkley. Bifalma was only 4.5 million. Vieto was 12.5 million. So I was contemplating on which player I wanted to pick up. I really spent a lot of time comparing the two and having a look. Now, this player, Vieto, he's 21. He's 5'8", though. He's very small. He's not very strong. This guy, on the other hand, he's not as good at finishing, but his physicality stats are ridiculous. Very strong on the ball, very quick. He's about 5'11", I think, 160-odd pounds. Can play left mid, centre attacking, centre forward, and striker. So he could be useful. You know, he's a speedster. He's acrobatic. He's only 23. He's got a lot of promise in him. So I was thinking about which player to pick up. But moving on to Ross Barkley, there's no way I was going to spend 32 because I was only given 28 million to spend. So the only way I was going to get him was to possibly give them a player in return. I thought, okay, we'll get rid of Mata. Mata is okay, but I think Ross Barkley would be better than him. So I put a 2 million bid in there with Juan Mata, and they did accept it. So picked up Barkley. It was just a case of going in there, giving him a decent contract. I said he could be a crucial first-team player because he's probably going to play the majority of the games. And he doesn't want a ridiculous salary. So, saved a little bit of bunts there as well. So, Bayern Munich wanted to pick up Mata. That's not going to happen because I just basically did a trade with him. Chicharito still was on the fence. Didn't know if I wanted to keep him or not. Dependent on what kind of forward I was going to get. Wilfried Zaha, Newcastle wanted to come in and snap him up. I did a counter offer of 2.7 million. See if they would come back and maybe accept that. Decided to reject it for Chicharito because he's a decent player. So I went in for Marco Reus, 26 years of age. I know he's going to be expensive, but I'd inquired about him. They wanted 69.5 million. Don't have that kind of funds on me. So it was straight back in there and maybe try and give them a player. I didn't want to give him a main player because, well, I don't want to lose some of my best players. Nani was an option for 9.5 million. But I thought, you know what, let's give him Ashley Young. He's only worth 3.8, so there's no way they're probably going to accept this. But, you know, 20 million, Ashley Young could be possible. Wanted to reject the Valencia offers because he had a great season last year. So Ross Barkley did accept. So there's the first signing for Manchester United. He has come in. Wilfried Zaha, Newcastle, 2.5 was the most they were going to put in. I said, fine, you can take him. Real Madrid actually wanted to repurchase Di Maria. You're having a laugh. No way that was going to happen. And Marco Reus was a no-go, so I wasn't going to pick him up. I thought I'd just try anyway, but it didn't happen. Chicharito, everyone wanted him. A lot of teams wanted him. I decided to stall that with Tottenham. Lindegaard, I decided to reject some offers for him because he may play, you know, probably play more this season being in the Champions League. Decided to reject the Tottenham offer as well because I'm going to keep Chicharito now. He will play some games. And then I was back to comparing these two. Which one did I want to purchase? You know, I mean, he's got good shot power, Bafalma, but he's awful at finishing in that. And his passing isn't great. But he's 4.5 million, and I thought there's no way I cannot at least just get him purely because of his speed. His speed's going to do something for me up top. So I went in there, 3.5 million. If I pick him up for 3.5 million, it's a bargain. Received an offer for Johnny Evans, but they accepted it. 3.5 million, picked him up. He only wanted 50,000 a week. Made him a squad rotation player, so he knows he's not going to be playing all the time. Johnny Evans wanted to be snapped up by Wolfsburg. Counter-offered that for 9.3 million. But they weren't having it. They would only do 8.5, but I said, fine, you can have Johnny Evans. And then we were into some simulation matches. Accepted the Bafalma offer, and then I saw Cuadrado. Actually, he's a pretty good winger. I don't know, I really want some wingers for some reason. I've got a lot of central midfielders. I need some wingers. They wanted 47 million for him. No way I was going to pay that. So I went in there and decided to maybe give them a player in return. It's always the best option. Thought I'd give them Nani and put in a bid of around 17 million. They haven't actually come back yet, so you'll have to stay tuned in the next episode to see what happens there. But another simulation with Cagliari. And Tom Cleverley, yes, he's gone. No way I was keeping him. And for 2.9 million, that's fine. Southampton can have him all he wants. But anyway, that is for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Some signings there. Still lots more, or a couple more signings to come. And the first Community Shield match against Liverpool is just around the corner. But until next time, take care.